Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to discuss about the custom hooks, why we need it, why we should use them, and why we should refactor our code and take out all of the business logic we just put in our components and make them hard to reuse. So let's see the example that we are going to use. I have this one subscriptions table here. This is the UI, so I just created a table with Tailwind. This is a Next.js and React.js application, just a static application. Okay, so this is one table made with Tailwind. This is the component, and you can see it's doing a lot of stuff here. So this is the client component. This is the directory structure. In app I have a subscription page, which is basically just calling this list and rendering it over here, and we can see these 3 subscriptions are there for this particular user which are being listed. Okay, and I saw this, we generally start with small and we just keep on adding more stuff into that component, and then component grows and it's hard to scale them up from one point. So in this code I will show you, we have this component, right, which is calling one API. It is a function get subscription. So we are calling an API and then we are getting the response, and then we are setting the state with those subscriptions. So this is not at all ideal when you're using Next.js, because you're just prefetching the data and providing it to database. I'm just showing how we do in generally all of the components, right? So you have this one function which feed you the initial data, and you will call this API in useEffect hook. So whenever it loads, it will call the get subscription list and get the data which it needs to display. And then in UI we select one of them, we click edit button, and then we make some changes, and then we can able to update that subscription, again making an API call to some endpoint. I'm just having an example endpoint here, making a put request, giving him the new data, the subscription, and it will send to that API and it will update. Then we have another method which will delete this subscription. So while editing we will have a delete button, we click on that and we delete that. Again we are making an API call, and same for adding a new. So it's a CRUD operation basically that we are doing. So now this component is doing a lot of stuff, right? It's not doing only one thing. First of all, it's displaying that table, and then it is also requesting the data, updating it, editing, deleting. So it's doing a lot of stuff, and maybe this table you need at other part of the application, reusable purpose. So you can't reuse this component as it is, so you need to have some things out of it to make it reusable, so that it can be ideally able to place at different places. So what I'm suggesting and what it should be, all of this logic, the API calls and all of the logic should be go outside of this component, right? For example, this get, update, delete, or add new. So these functions shouldn't be here, and this useEffect might not required in this component. So you need some hook, some service which feed you data, and then you use some methods that is outside this component. This component doesn't know about it, and they can just call them and give them the data and they will do the job. How we do it previously, we pass some props from the parent component and the parent component handle it, and then in that way we just prop drilling it to maximum level. But custom hooks are very useful at this point. So let's go ahead and create a new for this one. For example, I created a hooks directory inside common, and we create a new file inside that, use subscription.tsx. So all of your custom hooks should start with use. use subscriptions. This will be a JavaScript function. You can export it default, right? And inside this we will just go into subscription list and we'll just take out the get subscription function from here, and we place this inside this hook. Okay, and also I'm going to take this use state and I'm going to have it here. And now this subscription type we need, which is inside this file, so I will take it out as well and maybe create a new type.ts file and put it there so that it can be reused at multiple places inside this component as well, and also in hook as well, right? So now I have this, and from this hook I will return the user subscriptions, and also I will return this method. So I don't need to call it at use effect. Now it doesn't have that, so what I will do is I have to call it from a hook which I just created, use subscription hook, right? So this hook will return me these two things: user subscriptions and get user subscription list. I just delete it from here. Alright, we just removed one of the function, and same we do for update, delete and add new. Just take them all from here, put them in this custom hook, and then we return them. Okay, and if they need, they can just import them here. Update subscription and delete subscription, add new subscription. Alright, so this is how you can just move all of the logic from a component to a custom hook. Now imagine you have another component. Let's say I will create another component. Inside components, mini subscription list.tsx. It will have, let's say, same kind of data, but it just need to list out, no need of update anything. There's no action in that, and there's no button in that. So now you don't need to copy paste all of your code, you just need to call that hook, and that hook will give you those methods that you created already, and in that way you are reusing the business logic as well and the code as well. And this table will work as it is. That's the use of custom hooks. You can extract the logic, and there could be n number of custom hooks in your project. And that's all from this video.